Hello and welcome back to Ohio Richlands for part 3 of the harvest. You'll notice we have a new addition. We leased the Super Bee. We returned the red trailer, but the Super Bee cost us $7,063. We've done this because there's 2 good paying contracts have just come in, which more than cover the cost of both leases. Also, we're going to see if this wiggling problem stops, because I don't know if it's the truck or the trailer. So hopefully this solves our issue, and it means we can get a lot more into this trailer. So let's get going here on field 10. We've still got a potato harvest to do up on field 23, so we're going to be dotting back and forth really quickly and try and get these done before the end of today. Well, that's us at the sell point now with the first load from field 10. 75,000 litres, we're just short of the maximum. It's a lot easier taking this amount in one load though, especially if there's big fields. I'm just checking the menu there. I couldn't remember which button it was to change the hopper. 6% out of one hopper full though, for the field completion. So it should be about 24% overall. As long as this doesn't do the wiggling thing, I think this will be the trailers to go for. Our only problem we've got is, because the only bin we've got to store stuff in has an auger system, and not a pit you drive over, it's going to be a lot harder to try and get product unloaded from the truck and loaded into the bin. So that's the only issue we've got to overcome, but we'll see when we get to that, because we do have our own field. Hopefully we're going to get that done while we've still got this trailer leased, so we can try that out and see if the auger system does work for unloading into the bin. But we'll get this unloaded, back down to the field and crack on, because we have a potato harvest to do, and I think we're going to be chasing, well, the harvester anyway, we'll be chasing that with a tillage machine and try and get the contracts knocked out as well. So let's get going. Well, I think you've seen that in the time lapse for yourself. there still is that wobbling issue, so I'm not sure what's causing it. Long haul, in it for the long game, I see. Achievement unlocked. Been a while since we've had an achievement, but we just got another one. But yeah, the wiggling's still there. It wasn't so bad in the field. I don't know if it's just because it was rough anyway. But coming up the road there, it was almost like the weight was moving and shifting with the unit. So I'm guessing it's a truck issue. As I've said before, it is a mod truck, so it's not an in-game truck, but the trailers are all in-game. So we may try next harvest to lease a normal truck from in the game. I think we'll maybe try the Volvo, I think it's a VNL from the Platinum expansion. I think we'll maybe try that. Something big and American looking. That or the Mac that's already in-game. As long as it's not a mod, we'll try that. And if the trailer still works, we can still look to get in this Super B setup. If no, we'll have to look at some different trailers. I have been recommended one by one of the subscribers. I don't have his name to hand, but he did recommend another one. I think it was a spread axle Wilson pace setter. But I'm going to maybe try that as well first before changing trucks and see if that works. And if it does, thank you very much to you for recommending that. But for now, we're going to go and do some potatoes, and we'll see you over there. Well, I cleared a little area at the start there for him to turn in, and we've set a worker off on the field. That's our first load of potatoes away to the sell point now. This will take a while, so I'm expecting this contract to last the best part of the day anyway. It's already just gone midday, so it's going to be late on till we finish this one. The combine contract shouldn't take that long. It is the big 50-foot header. It is an awkward field, so I'm expecting to have to go down and help the worker out at the least to try and get him around some of the curves and do the headland sections for him. Well, that is a fantastic looking bit of kit. It's great to see it working in the field. Where is he going? Does he know the field stops here? Oh me. Well, this just proves my point about the workers. You have to help them. I'll move out of the way because I don't know if he's going to come over here and run me over. Yeah, they're not the smartest unless you have a perfectly square field and the headlands have been done, so that they can actually turn around and not disappear into trees or like, into wherever he's going. What is he doing? I hope the worker knows that if there's damage to that machine and I get charged for it, he's getting his wages docked. Yeah, one of these funny things you see with the workers. Anyway, let's jump back in, see if we can get some more potatoes to fill us up, and get over to the sell point. Well, I just jumped in and took over from the worker for that little section of the field there. It was more messing about for him. But we've got the tillage machine going just now, so we're going to have a quick flying past there, see what they're doing, and then come back to doing some combining. Every time I leave to go and do something else, it just seems like he's filling up just as quick. It's almost pointless having a massive trailer like this. But it is helpful, you do get more up to the sell point. Even if I am chasing my tail in the field after him, if I go and do something else. But let's just keep going, because time is pushing on. Well, that's the last load in from field 10. So we've got 57,180 litres. We shouldn't sell it all. Most of the trailers should complete the contract, but we should be left with a bit. I'm guessing maybe about 8,000 litres or so, because it is quite a large field. But we do need to keep this because our field is sorghum as well. We are moving the chickens onto sorghum once the barley's finished. But by the looks of it, if we've got leftover from this, our field should be ready as well. I need to check. We will need to get the barley out of the bin to put this sorghum that's freshly harvested into the bin ready to store. So we're going to finish up with this field, check it off once we've done all this. 91% already transported. Maybe just the end of this hopper, it's going to finish the contract then. Oh, it's finished already. There's only about 2,000. There we go, that's it. So the contract's finished. We've got $2,128 on top, and we're left with 21,980 litres. That's quite a lot we've been left with. Well, our field's ready to harvest there. We'll complete the contract. So another $28,454 to the bank. Cultivating on field 25. We're still doing the potatoes on 23, but they'll take a while. Still just over 16,500 litres of barley in our bin, so we'll need to go and empty all that out and chuck it somewhere in the yard. And there's one canola contract. Yeah, we can use some of that barley to top up the chickens, although they won't take much. A few hundred litres maybe. Still tempted with a canola contract, but I will leave it for just now because it's 5:20 and we've still got quite a bit to do. I think I'll head down to our field with this truck and trailer just now, so it's ready, and we can get the combine moved down to our field. I think we'll get the potatoes finished up first, because that's on hire. Well, that's the final load of potatoes in, another $1,356. So let's complete that contract. Just under $20,000 for that one. You'll notice as well we've taken on a ploughing contract on field 10 for $39,836. So that's just ideal at this time. But for just now, we're going to head down to our field and start getting the sorghum harvested. So hopefully tonight we can get some grass seeded in. If no, it'll be first thing tomorrow morning. Well, that was a bit of messing about there. I take it we cannot unload a Super B with an auger, or not that setup anyway. Right, before I start putting this all away, I'm going to go and wash the windows because I can't see a thing out of them. So we are going to have to look for a bin or a silo setup that's got a drop-in pit, or not get a Super B and just get a normal trailer that you can tip out the back of. But we still have to figure out the issue of the trailer moving the whole truck all over the road. That's our first goal. Once we can figure out what's happening there, we can kind of take it from there and see what we're doing. But I'm going to spend a bit of time here and slowly put all this sorghum in here, bucket by bucket. I think there's about 60 odd thousand litres there, and the bucket's about 2,500 litres I think, so we're going to be here for a minute. But once we get this done, I'll finish off. There's the tillage contract that the worker was on, he gave up and abandoned the motor. I'm not sure where about in the field, so we're just going to finish off that contract for him. Get it finished off, and I think that will do us there. So we'll see you in just a minute doing some tillage. Well, that's us finished up that field there. The worker did leave a little bit for us, but it wasn't too bad. I did fix it halfway through the field as well, but you have to do that with the workers. But that's it completed. $20,562. Still got the ploughing contract on field 10, but we'll do that tomorrow. I think I'll just accept these 2 cultivating contracts as well. We'll get started on them tomorrow. The sheep have already, not the sheep, the chicken, they've already went through a bit of feed. They're looking okay. I'll maybe top up the water tomorrow, although I just keep on top of it all the time. We've still got that $50,000 loan, so I'm going to pay that off just now because we have $94,000 in the bank, so we've got plenty to do that with. Just having a look on the here, $14,000 on vehicle leasing costs today, or this month so far. Last month, $23,000 in vehicle leasing and $70,000 worth of repairs. What's the workers been on? $6,400 last month and $7,000 this month on worker wages. Here we had a good month in April though for the income, $114,300. It's good to see all these numbers in the game. I like how they've included that. But yeah, we'll get onto that contract tomorrow. 22 and 23. They should be up in the top corner. Oh yeah. I think 23, that was the potato field. But 22 wasn't, and then there's 10, the big field there. So we'll go and get that done. That'll be it for this episode. It was quite a short one, but it was just to finish off the harvest. I didn't quite have everything ready, but there you go. So hopefully we'll get onto some sowing. We'll do our own field, and there should be fertilising contracts coming through fairly soon. Hopefully anyway. But that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching and subscribing, and we'll see you again very soon in the next one.